down Drury Lane.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Life, how does it affect your perspective on life when you've lost so many people to gun violence?
At my age, it's tiring. I actually got a shirt that I got done. On the back of the shirt, it has a lot of people that was killed. And it's, I want to say like 18 people on the back of the shirt. That's 18 different funerals.
Wow, right.
For this downtown alone.
So how do you reach the kids?
I'm trying to reach them now. I ain't succeed yet, right?
Hi, this is Bethany Gagne, founder of Numinous, the organization that sponsors the Global Peaceful Cities Project. And today, it's a great pleasure to be here with my friend Anquan, who has been sharing with me about the South End of Albany. You're from here originally, right?
Yes, born and raised. Baby was in the house at a daycare and a bullet went through the wall and hit a baby in the arm, So it was once a time when the streets was safe, we was able to play all day. Then the streets became unsafe where, you want to keep your kids inside, but now, even inside, we're not safe.
So we're now on Alexander Street.
The trouble happened at the corner, but for the most part, we were safe right here.
So when did you notice it was starting to change?
I remember I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, and somebody got killed down the street from the house. So that was like the first time it really hit me that, homicides is reality, not just something you see on TV. We taught to mind our business and just keep to ourselves, but we have to speak up and try to co-parent and help. Because when we was kids, we got in trouble like 3 times before our parents actually got home. Now these kids just run around with no guidance, that's lost.
So that's one of the things you're wanting to facilitate again is that people kind of coming together and being each other's brother's keeper and watching out for each other's children again.
That's how it was.
Driving down the street that my little cousin died on. Take a right on the street my cousin.
So we was just talking about on the song I got called Empty Bottles and Teddy Bears. In the song I say how I take a right on the street my cousin died on, how Reddy got killed right here. Then I could take another right on 2nd Ave, where my cousin died at. And then once you get up there, you can take a left, and that's where another cousin had died at, So that's just a conversation me and her was just having,
So I asked you the other day, how does it change your perspective on life when you've known so many people who have passed to gun violence?
Don't see that a lot of people don't see.
Like you were saying, you like how we say, I'm blessed, with the environment, the way that it is, how could someone be blessed? Like I was saying, places that I went to or hung out at, maybe I chose not to go there that day, or maybe I didn't hang out or go to the club that night, where someone ended up getting killed at. So, I could bring it to numerous places where I used to be at. Maybe one day I chose not to go there for whatever reason, and then later on that day I found out that it was just a shooting.
I really had appreciated when Anquan had kind of shared more of what that meant, because I was sharing with Anquan that where I come from, I don't hear that, but when I worked in the South End, I'd come down and I'd say, how are you today? And people say, I'm blessed, and I just loved hearing that.
So right now we walking on 3rd Ave. I specifically wanted to come over here because I lost another childhood friend here. We call him D-Burger, Deontay. Overall good kid, man. Every time I saw him, we say a couple jokes to each other. He always had that bright smile. It was always good seeing him. An incident happened and he got shot. He fought for his life for a while and then passed away. But just one of the many childhood friends of mine that was murdered. Life was cut short.
Grimy, greasy, no you don't believe me, product of my environment, when you see it, you see.
So thanks for watching today. This Albany Peace Project is an opportunity where so many times we watch the news and we feel powerless that we can't do anything. This is an opportunity where we can sit in our living rooms and uplift the world and make a difference for other people, and this time the South End of Albany. And Anquan, can you tell people about your vision of the South End?
I remember it was once a time when kids was kids and parents were parents. At that time we was more unified. the saying is, hurt people, but heal people, heal people. So, you know, if we could start healing each other, we could bring it back to that time that we once knew.
It ain't gonna change unless the people doing it come to understand it. It ain't gonna change. You can't change it unless they come to understand it themselves. You can say whatever you want, but if they don't want to change their mind, they ain't gonna change their mind.
So how would you suggest that we help people come to an understanding?
I don't know. That's for you to figure.
I am honored to be the first to welcome you all to the kickoff of the first annual Albany Peace Week. I also like to get applause, so I'll do that as often as possible. I am on the board of directors of Numinous, which is the nonprofit organization which sponsors Peaceful Cities and Albany Peace Week. And all of that is founded by Bethany Gagne. And also I need to mention that it's also supported by numerous volunteers, and you can see pretty much who we are because we all have these beautiful t-shirts on today. I have known and worked with Bethany for over 15 years as a client and a student of biofeedback, intentional coherence meditation, and so much more. I am also proud to call Bethany my friend. Over the years, I have watched global peaceful cities grow from a thought to a dream to the reality that you see here today. For those of you who are not familiar with Bethany's work, she is passionate to bring intentional peace meditation to the city level and to get this into as many cities and to have as many people involved as possible. This year, the focus is the South End neighborhood of Albany.
Years ago, when we first did the Peace Project, someone had started participating with us online, and she was in Australia. And she said to her friend, I really want to participate in this Albany Peace Project, but I'm in Australia and I don't know anybody in Albany, New York. And her friend said to her, well, why don't you go on Google and Google pictures of people in Albany, New York, and then you'll be able to feel like you can do the meditation better. And at the end of that, we used to do it for a month, she sent me a small donation and told me in this letter how she would have tears. So, just to let people know, we are teaching a particular type of meditation. It's a meditation where we are anchoring our minds into our heart. And by anchoring our minds into our heart, we actually influence our entire nervous system. So, the reason for this is because the heart is the biggest bioelectric oscillator of the body. So it puts off the biggest electromagnetic signal. So when we come into command or greater mastery of the heart, we come into greater command of ourselves. And so for instance, just to give you kind of a comparison, your brain actually puts off a signal about you can measure brain waves on your brain, but you can also measure it up to 2 to 3 inches out from your head as well. But with the heart, you can measure your heart rate on your entire body, even on your big toe, and up to 5 feet around you. Okay, so just to give you the difference between, so many times people think the brain is what manages everything, but really what science is coming to show is that our hearts actually run a lot of the show as far as what goes on within us. And so this particular type of meditation is going to be a meditation where we are moving our heart into a place that researchers refer to as coherence. And the interesting thing about coherence is that the research shows across the board that the more coherent we are, the better decisions we make, okay? And if you really think of so many of societal ills, like all of the challenges we have, everything from, say, the opioid addictions, to violence, to DWIs, you can just go on and on and on and on and on. So many of them are because we're in a moment and people are reaching for that drug or that alcohol or doing something to help them manage their internal state. But really, if we learn these skills that all of us are capable of, because we all have this technology within us, if we learn these skills, then we can actually move into that state that we're transferring our power onto that drug, transferring that power onto that alcohol or whatever it is. We're holding our power within ourselves and being able to move ourselves into beautiful spaces. And just to show you how this is so kind of clear-cut, if the heart actually puts out a signal that influences the brain, and this is the amygdala, which you can And when the heart signal is incoherent, what happens is the incoherent signal makes us go to the back of the brain where impulsive behavior, violence, addiction, those types of things would be more likely to happen. So it's pretty straightforward, right? We come into command of our hearts and we change our entire state, we come into command of ourselves. Ideally, the hallmark of meditation is coherence meditation is changing the amount of time between heartbeats. It's called change in heart rate variability. And you can see here, this would be a heart rate variability of an anxious heart, and this is a peaceful heart. And so we sit there and talk about peace as if it's something nebulous, as if it's something that we cross our fingers that maybe if there's no violence, it might be peaceful. And that's kind of leaving it to chance, because we know that deep down, people's hearts are still fostering resentments that could lead to violence. But moving into the heart area where you're feeling peace, you're much more less likely to act out in that particular way.
The show you are watching has been produced by SACC.TV. SAC-TV is a not-for-profit organization that provides educational programming, seeking to enrich communities by producing shows on culture, science, health, the arts, and more. SAC-TV is member-driven, which means that we rely on donations, grants, underwriting, and volunteers to deliver quality content. SAC.TV has been in operation continually since 1974 and currently operates a full-time studio in Rotterdam, New York. In recent years, SAC.TV has produced over 500 community-driven programs that are all available to view free to the public on www.sac.tv, on demand 24 hours a day. SAC.tv also airs shows on local television, channels such as WNYT, My4 Albany, with programs like Do You Know the Muffin Man, Caught in the Crossfire, Scene TV, Tune In to Wellness Today, and The Janice Thompson Show. Check your local programming schedule or www.sac.tv for times and dates. In SAC.tv's mission to connect and inform communities and individuals, every week we're producing new shows. To be able to provide this service, we are in need of your help. There's a lot of ways you can help SAC.tv and in turn help your community. Visit www.sac.tv. There you can click on Donate and select the contribution level of your choice. You can also help SAC.tv by sponsoring an ongoing program, volunteering behind the scenes, or even producing your own show. And as always, if you enjoy what you've seen, visit us on YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe, like, share, and pass the word around. For more information and to see the latest shows, visit www.sac.tv or contact us as director@sac.tv or by phone at 518-831-9145. For now, back to our program, and stay tuned for more great shows.
So, just to let people know, we are teaching a particular type of meditation. It's a meditation where we are anchoring our minds into our heart. And by anchoring our minds into our heart, we actually influence our entire nervous system. So, the reason for this is because the heart is the biggest bioelectric oscillator of the body. So it puts off the biggest electromagnetic signal. So when we come into command or greater mastery of the heart, we come into greater command of ourselves. And so for instance, just to give you kind of a comparison, your brain actually puts off a signal about you can measure brain waves on your brain, but you can also measure it up to 2 to 3 inches out from your head as well. But with the heart, you can measure your heart rate on your entire body, even on your big toe, and up to 5 feet around you. Okay, so just to give you the difference between, so many times people think the brain is what manages everything, but really what science is coming to show is that our hearts actually run a lot of the show as far as what goes on within us. And so this particular type of meditation is going to be a meditation where we are moving our heart into a place that researchers refer to as coherence. And the interesting thing about coherence is that the research shows across the board that the more coherent we are, the better decisions we make. Okay? And if you really think of so many of societal ills, like all of the challenges we have, everything from, say, the opioid addictions, to violence, to DWIs, to, you can just go on and on and on and on and on. So many of them are because we're in a moment and people are reaching for that drug or that alcohol or doing something to help them manage their internal state. But really, if we learn these skills that all of us are capable of, because we all have this technology within us, if we learn these skills, then we can actually move into that state that we're transferring our power onto that drug, transferring that power onto that alcohol or whatever it is. We're holding our power within ourselves and being able to move ourselves into beautiful spaces. And just to show you how this is so kind of clear-cut, if the heart actually puts out a signal that influences the brain, and this is the amygdala, which you can think of the amygdala as your alarm center in the brain. It's the area of your brain that's always assessing threat. And when the heart puts out the coherent signal, the amygdala calms, and you go to the blood flow in front of the brain, decision-making happens. So that's called executive decision-making. And when the heart signal is incoherent, what happens is the incoherent signal makes us go to the back of the brain where impulsive behavior, violence, addiction, those types of things would be more likely to happen. So it's pretty straightforward, right? We come into command of our hearts, and we change our entire state, we come into command of ourselves. Ideally, the hallmark of meditation, this coherence meditation, is changing the amount of time between heartbeats. It's called change in heart rate variability. And you can see here, this would be a heart rate variability of an anxious heart, and this is a peaceful heart. And so we sit there and talk about peace as if it's something nebulous, as if it's something that we cross our fingers that maybe if there's no violence, it might be peaceful. And that's kind of leaving it to chance, because we know that deep down, people's hearts are still fostering resentments that could lead to violence. But moving into the heart area where you're feeling peace, you're much more less likely to act out in that particular way.
I was born and raised downtown, and over the course of my life, I watched it change drastically. So, meeting up with Bethany, we just talked about a better way that we could come together. Miss Bash, she always say, can't spell community without unity. So, we all come together and really care about what's going on. We can change it. That's it.
And thank you for joining this project. We are following the steps of the TM meditation, who have done repeated experiments showing that meditation works. That when you have a group of people focus their meditation and becoming relaxed and becoming coherent. Actually, they did a different protocol, but when they did the TM protocol, with a coordinated group of people meditating together, the violence got reduced. They did it in Washington, D.C. in 1993. And as you see in the slide, the green line is the number of meditators. As the number of meditators grew, the violent crime decreased. And by the end of the week, they had achieved, by the end of the 2 months, actually, this is a weekly average, by the end of the 2 months, they have achieved a 47% reduction in violent crime. This has been repeated many, many, many times under their method. And that is important because sometimes you get, like, if you think about throwing coins, maybe you get 50 coins coming up all heads. And that would just happen. It's very, very, very rare. So it's important to keep repeating, because if it is a rare event, it's not going to keep showing up. However, when they repeat these experiments, the same effect shows up. Another experiment that was very interesting was the one done during the Lebanon War, in which they couldn't measure the violent crime because they were at war. So the RAND Corporation developed this index of terrorism, and they showed, I think it was 72% decrease in terrorism using the TM meditation. Now, what is interesting about this case is that there were people all over the world doing the experiment, and they didn't do it for 2 months, they did it for a week, just like we are doing now. If we consider the model that was developed using the time series with the weather incorporated in it, the drop with the predicted amount was 47%. So either way, we're really, really happy with the results. And again, we want to keep replicating this, and that's where you come in. This year, we are again doing the Peace Project, not for the whole city of Albany, but for the South End, so that we can show with the number of meditators that are present with the project that we are having a significant effect. So thank you for joining us.
Now, I appreciate that. I have real good energy, and I want y'all to precipitate that same energy right back to me. So now, at 15 years old, I caught a case, and I was sentenced to prison. I came home last year, July 5th, marks my year out. Now, I'm speaking to you guys because peace is very important to me. Changing this community is very important to me. Currently, I work with Pulse, and what we do is we go into the schools and we teach something called Superhero Academy. And that's where we dress up as superheroes. It's funny, it may sound a little dirty. We dress up as superheroes, we go into the schools and we teach them an actual curriculum about the importance of being a superhero, the moral basis, the actual responsibilities and things like that with going to be a superhero. And we also help them identify the actual heroes that's in today's community. So this is very important. What's important to me is solutions. That is a solution, teaching the kids character building. This is a solution, teaching kids the actual inner core, the things that's inside of them, helping them become one with themselves, teaching them alternatives to violence. Those are solutions. What we are doing right now is we are gearing more towards solutions. We know the problem. The problem is that we live in a violent community. It's embedded into our culture. But the solution is not focusing on the problem, it's focusing on ways to combat that. Like he said, if this is a peaceful community, the violent people will either continue to be violent somewhere else, or they will want to get on our side and become positive and become leaders that move us forward. We can't continue to move back. And there's no such thing as a bad person. There are only people who do not know better. At a point in time, people considered me a bad person. I was 15 years old and I made a mistake. Right now, my biggest focus is changing lives, making sure that everyone understands that people deserve second chances. We shouldn't focus on how big this list is right now and how small this list is. What we need to focus on is making this list bigger. We have to give them more reasons, more things that they actually see that are positive. Now this is doable, and we know it's doable because everyone's here right now. Everyone here woke up on a Saturday and they came here. You people know others. I'm a big, strong believer in the butterfly effect. Everything affects something else. Today, go home and affect someone. Just allow them to affect someone else. If we just keep passing on positive energy, because we know energy is something that does not die. It moves on. Energy transfers. If I give you a certain type of energy, you're gonna have to pass that off. It doesn't just die. It doesn't just go anywhere. So what we do is we confuse life, and we just continue to put negative energy in the air by speaking on it. Let's stop worrying about that list. Let's worry about this one. Because all we need to really focus on right now is peace. Ways to build peace. Ways to teach people the terminologies that focus on peace. So that's all I have to say today. Please make sure that y'all actually continue on with our practices. Even if it's not something that you publicize. If you connect with someone personally, that person is going to affect someone else. because like I just said, energy passes on. It will continue to flow through others. So let's keep this peace flowing.
We've just arrived at the South End Children's Cafe, where we're going to have, they're providing salads for us, and there's also sandwiches, so we can bring the community together over some food and also some fun activities for the kids that they've provided for us as well. And then after that, we're going to all participate in a meditation, because that's actually why we're all together today. So after our lunch, we're going to have a meditation that'll run for about 15 minutes, and it will be the intentional heart coherence meditation. And if you'd love to join us, which we would love for you to join us, because every meditation counts, please go to peacefulcities.org and you can sign up for the meditation, and you can also click on the meditation for the day.
Well, welcome back. I'm still trying to bake the muffins. But finally, I think we're finished. I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you would like to make an order or donate muffins to charity, then please go to the website listed below. With every muffin order, we donate muffins to the charity of your choice. I call it giving your dough to charity. I also encourage you to donate directly to the featured charity today by going directly to our website and getting their information. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on dancing through life by giving to others through love. Let me finish baking these muffins, and see you next time.